at 9 p.m. on Friday, the 21st of April 2023. I was contacted by a BBR investigator named Lee Despard, who was in Cornwall, and he said, I saw some really strange lights in the sky last night, Deb, and they were out over a field at the back of the fishery I was on. Now, they're not something I've seen before, and I can't explain what they were. I fish at night often, and I'm always out in nature, and these lights were not what you'd normally see. The whole event went on for 45 minutes. I was back down at the same lake last night, the 22nd of the 4/23, and I wanted to be in the same spot in the dark to see if I was mistaking something natural for the lights, and there was nothing apparent. Even in the daylight hours, I couldn't see anything that would account for what these lights would be. I had good luck to see if something new had been put up, like a phone tower with reflectives of some kind, but there was nothing to see. Fortunately, Lee took a couple of videos of the strange lights that he saw. It was around 1:30 a.m. when he saw them, and he said the lights were really low in the field. It was not a Coast Guard helicopter. I see them all the time here, and they make far too much noise. These lights were too big to be a drone, and they were up much higher in the sky. The lights were silent. It wasn't Chinese lanterns, as they don't have that movement. And Chinese lanterns look different. They're not that big. The lights I saw were huge, said Lee. My first thought was it was a Starlink satellite, but they're different and they move in a line at a much slower pace. These lights were diamond-shaped, with red on the top, white at the sides, with a green glow at the bottom. Lee rang his wife immediately after seeing the lights, and at first she thought he was pulling her leg. But she wasn't too far away. Lee asked her to go outside and see if she could see anything. And she too saw the light, and she described it as, I could see a bright light, which I presume is a planet or a satellite in the sky. And to the left of it, there were 3 lights, and they were flickering and flashing and then disappeared. They reappeared further down and dropped out of my vision. Then it rose again for a split second, it flickered again, and then it vanished. Have you seen these mystery lights? The local newspaper Cornwall Live also shared an article, as a number of other people had spotted the same lights that Lee spotted in the area, and they actually ran a newspaper article, and I've included that into the description. So it would seem that the lights have been filmed a number of times over the last few months. I'll give you an update as soon as one comes in. Here are the 2 videos that Lee took.
Got a load of different lights in the sky here. So you got 2 there. Can't quite pick the one up which is over to the right hand side, and then I've got loads up in the sky up here as well. It's not picking them up, but yeah, but that's like weird, man. I've got 2 there. And I'm counting about 6 or 7 up in the sky around the other side. That's me keeping my phone still, this is. I'm not even moving it. They're like a triangle shape. They've got like a red light on the top, and then a greeny funny light going along the bottom, and some other lights on them. They're just hovering around, but I've counted about 7 or 8 of them now. Weird. Right. This is another one here. Trying to zoom in. I've got my phone dead still. And it's just like hovering about. You know how weird that is, man. He's gone. There he is again. Keeps the colour keeps fading out on it. Yeah, that's 2 over like in the field there as well. weird. Not normal anyway, especially when you spend quite a lot of time outside, but it's not the first time I've come across UFOs and orbs and stuff anyway. I've seen all sorts over the years. Trying to... Oh. It keeps flittering up and down and then disappearing. That's me with my hand still. This is still, this is disappearing again. I'm bracing my hands here and my shoulders, my elbows against my chest, and that's disappeared again.